A heartfelt and feel-good story just dropped on Netflix called Blue Miracle. Is it good? Let's talk about it. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. Blue Miracle is a brand new Netflix original movie. Today we're going to talk about whether this film is worth watching or not. Only 90 minutes long. This is spoiler-free, of course. And let's get into it. So, to save their cash-strapped orphanage, a guardian and his kids partner with a washed-up boat captain for a chance to win a lucrative fishing competition. Directed by Julio Quintana, starring Dana Wheeler-Nicholson, Dennis Quaid, Bruce McGill, Raymond Cruz, and Jimmy Gonzalez as Omar, who is doing everything in his power to keep this orphanage alive. And a way to do that, discovered by a few of our characters, is to pair up with Dennis Quaid's character, and we'll talk about him here in just a second, and try their best to catch this big old fish. And it's something that really no one has any clue how to do except for Wade, played by Quaid. And Dennis Quaid, he's doing something a bit different in this movie. He's kind of like this angry and grizzled boat captain who wants nothing to do with these kids. He's really good at what he does. He's won tournaments in the past in various ways, but to pair with this group is not something he really had in the cards, but it ends up happening. In about 25 to 30 minutes into the film, that's when we start our fishing journey, and it really is your classic early 2000s feel-good story that is predictable, that is cheesy. I do think the film is very self-aware of how cheesy the dialogue can get at some point, but it definitely follows that predictable formula, and a lot of people are going to find fault with that. And look, I'm not saying this is the most well-constructed movie, but it's one of those that you can almost forgive it going into it with how cheesy it becomes, because at least you hope you're going to be in store for something that allows you to walk away with some great emotion and a great message. And I love the message here. It's all about honesty and overcoming the difficulties of your past, and that's very clear and evident in Omar's character, who has this backstory. By the way, I love the transition going back into that backstory. There's one shot in particular where the younger version of his character is going into the water, and it kind of throws us back into the future, and some nice cinematography there, along with color correction. It's a very blue movie. We're on the water. Everyone's wearing blue. The film, of course, is called Blue Miracle. All of those things purposeful, of course, but it has a nice aesthetic to it, even though at times you can kind of tell that they're in front of a green screen. But for the most part, they are clearly out on the water. But in terms of what Omar's character brings us and what Wade's character brings us, it's clear and evident what the filmmaker is trying to do here, even though everything's kind of surface level. But I didn't necessarily mind that, because it's a brisk film, to the point, 90 minutes long, and I somewhat enjoyed the emotion of this story, and I imagine myself, I mean, I don't have kids, but maybe a bit older, the wife and kids, all kind of tuning into a very family-centric movie with one or two adult-esque things, but it's definitely one you can watch with the family, that makes you feel warm and fuzzy after it's over with, and that's the kind of movie that it is. It never tries to do anything more than that. It never goes beyond what I just mentioned, but Blue Miracle does indeed serve its purpose, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people are going to have a nice time watching this. So at the end of the day, there needed to be a bit more character depth, but the overall impact of Blue Miracle is there, and the emotion was displayed very well, in my opinion. I'm going a 6 out of 10, a 60% for Blue Miracle. I believe this is one that, again, you can sit down, get something out of it. Maybe not ever revisit it, but that's just the kind of movie that it is. My dog is crying in the background. What's wrong, buddy? He doesn't like when I get too loud. That's why he never comes in here while I'm filming. You know what? We're going to go hang out. Thank you guys for watching. Buddy, say bye. What is it, bud? What is it? Oh, thank you.